Hello and welcome to this demo video for the ready-made spreadsheet finder. This is a spreadsheet that I've made to help you to find all the spreadsheets that I've made. So kind of think of it as almost like an online store where you can go and filter, but it's all done offline within a spreadsheet that you can download. So let me talk you through this because there are 6 tabs, but you're actually probably only going to use 3 depending on where you are. In other words, which device you're viewing from. The red tab is the filter for the desktop. The 2 green tabs are the 2, call it reporting tabs or visual tabs that you can see the results of your filter. And then the blue tabs, the 3 blue ones are exactly the same, but for the mobile. So I'm going to show you the desktop and mobile versions so that you can decide which one you want to use. When you open the spreadsheet, you should open on the tab that we're seeing now, which means that you should see the section on your mobile and it says, are you using a mobile device? Click here. Now, when you click onto this on a desktop, it follows straight to the desired tab. When you click on this in a mobile, depending on your mobile settings, there could be a little thing that pops up that says visit link or go to link or whatever the text says. But there's a little kind of confirmation button that pops up. Just click that as well, and then it'll take you to the respective tabs. There's no macros or anything on this. All the different buttons, all they do is just take you to the respective tab because it's easier to use them to navigate on the mobile than it is to try and find the tab at the bottom. So this screen, I'll show you the 2 filters. This will be a YouTube link eventually. This here tells you the version number that you're using. If you click the blue button, you can go online to find the page where you download this, and you can check and see if you've got the most recent version. This shows you how to keep spreadsheets working. And then this section here on the right will show you the filter that you've selected. And this bit in the middle is your actual filter. So these are your filters that you're selecting as to which products you want to see. And at the moment, all 142 products are included. You can select which range to include, so you can see how many of each range you've got. The prime range are usually £100 plus. The basic range are usually 25 or 35 pounds at this point, but they might change. And the free downloads are free. And then you can see the ones for the desktop, which is the vast majority, mobile, which will more than likely grow at some point, and hybrid ones, which are like this one, where it's got mobile and desktop visuals. And then, so you can filter these. You can then select up to 5 categories to include. You can scroll down to see all the different categories. And all the filters here will actually stack. So if you select, for example, prime range and then a category, they'll only select those categories in that prime range. The only things that don't stack, they do stack, but they stack the other way, is if you select, for example, 2 categories, so asset logs, whatever, and cash flow, then it will include any items in either of those categories. So this one doesn't stack in the sense of including items in both categories. Including only items that are in both. It includes items in each of those categories. So the more of these you select, the more results you should see appearing. If you leave them all blank, it includes everything. Same with the product. You can put in keywords for a product if you want up to 3 keywords, and it'll include any items with any of those keywords in. You can select a low price. You can select a high price to filter the price. And then last but not least, you can decide how you want to sort the products to relevance. If you do select more than one category and you select relevance, then what it does is it will put those that are in the most categories nearer to the top. And you've got price, low to high, oldest to newest, alphabetical, etc. So you can choose how you want to arrange the data. So if I said, for example, I only want prime range products and I want to see things in, for example, HR and admin, you can see the 8 results. And then if you say, well, let's sort that by relevance, we'll see what that brings up. The section on the right it shows what you've selected. So only showing prime range included all categories, HR, this one, price range, all sort by relevance. So this just shows you what it is that you selected when you finished. Let me show you the mobile one. The mobile and the desktop work independently. So the mobile filter will activate the filtered products, and the desktop filter will activate the green filtered products. The mobile will activate the blue filtered products. The filter is exactly the same. You select the prime range desktop up to 5 categories, keywords, lowest, highest price, sort by. relevance. It's exactly the same. It just doesn't have the whole big section to the right showing you what you've done and what have you. So you can set the filters in exactly the same way as you've done here. That will then produce the filtered products tab, and you can now go down. You can check all the different products that have been filtered based on your selection. When you run out, it turns white. There's nothing left there. You can go down. You've got the name of the product, the different categories that they're in, the price. You can click that to view online. Here you've got a short description, tells you the desktop layout, prime range, when it was released, and you can click here for the YouTube demo. So those ones are all filtered. It's the same on this one. If we were to set that filter, you scroll down, you click across here. In actual fact, if you go to the top and you click on products and then follow that link, you can go to the products and you can scroll down, and it's slightly different layout, but it gives you the same information on your mobile. So this should be about the width of your mobile phone, so it should fit on nicely, so you can just scroll down and see exactly what's going on. Again, you can click on the view to have a look online, or you can click on the YouTube demo to watch the YouTube demo online. And yeah, you can go back to the filter. There is no clear all button. I was going to put one in, but that means making macros and it doesn't work on the phone and it causes grief. So you would have to just go manually clear whichever filters you've got, or manually change them to something else. But then once you've reselected the filters, you can then go back to the filtered products and you can see it shows all the different products. The last tab is just the news and update tab. You can click on this at any stage. It shows you the 3 most recently added ready-made spreadsheets. It gives you some other links to some other services you may like, custom spreadsheets. If the spreadsheets don't fit what you want, you can visit the custom spreadsheets. If you need admin assistance, you can have a look through the latest ready-made spreadsheets. Featured daily links. I give you a daily page, website page, and a blog post of the day. You can go then, if that interests you, you can click on the page to go and visit. These change every single day. They'll rotate through the different options. And then some other useful links to get in touch, view the online store. If you want to see the store online, if you can see some more free downloads, reading some blogs, just to visit the website, etc. So you've got that page, which you've also got laid out slightly differently. In this one, we don't have the 3 most recent spreadsheets, but we do have the other information here. And then you can go back to the filter tab. So if you were to click on that, you go back to filter, that will be the news tab. The products would be to view the products. So the 3 blue tabs are for the mobile, the red and green ones are for the desktop. Do use your filter, check your filter, have a look at the filtered products, get up to date with any news and updates. And it's the same on the mobile, which you can use obviously on the mobile. And do check periodically that you've got the most recent version. Pop online, have a look and see if you are finding the spreadsheet useful and you want to see if there's a new version. Take a look online. If the number's different, download the new one, and you've got the up-to-date information. And yeah, I think that's all that there is to say. And I wish you all the best for using this. Thank you very much and goodbye.